Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Crimson Carta dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Standard operating procedures, SOPs. What things or processes or activities that I do or perform would I want to categorize as standard operating procedures? And of those, which ones are critical? And of those, which ones can I repeat regularly? Which ones can I measure and accomplish something with? And which ones can I even improve upon? Let's discuss, because it's a hard topic. It's a hard topic simply because we flail, for lack of better terms. We're pulled left, we're pulled right, we're pulled up, down, sideways, inside out by our pain and by circumstances out of our control. So standards might be hard to come by, but let's give it a try. How about when the pain starts, what's our standard operating procedure? Medicate, take your medicine, do less activities. Check, that's a really good SOP. Depressed, you're lonely. Pick up the phone and call a friend. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter. Play with your dog, Sugar, or whatever your dog is. Go outside. That should be the standard operating procedure. You should not be depressed. Go in your bedroom, lay down, cover up. Erroneous thinking. The SOP should be to try to pull yourself out of depression. Well, it's a bad day. You're in a bad mood. You know that anything that comes your way, you're going to argue, no matter who it is, even a loved one. What should be your standard operating procedure? You should look in at this point and say, whoa, what's going on? Why is this happening? Look for a root cause. Put the genie back in the bottle. There's no reason for you to explode at anything that walks by. It's the pain. Standard operating procedures should be like reflexes. You understand what I'm saying? When I am in the hot tub and I fall asleep, drowsy, I slink down in the hot tub and all of a sudden water hits my nostrils and I wake up. It's an autonomic response. Standard operating procedure. Water hits your nostrils, you don't want it. You think you're drowning, so you wake up. There's not a lot of catches for us. There's not a lot of places that are going to catch us from falling deep into the abyss. We have to have the ability to have a catcher's mitt of our own. And that's what a standard operating procedure is in our world. In other words, you could say, my Jimmy joint rolling is standard operating procedure. I put in this much of that, that, or that. Exactly. That's standard operating procedure. But what I'm talking about from standard operating procedure is to try to help ourselves through hard times. Let's face it, sometimes they're really hard. And let's face it, sometimes the pain is really bad. And let's face it, sometimes we can't get out of the rut we're in because it comes from all over. What should be the standard operating procedure? Should we be in denial? I'm not in any pain. I don't think that's smart. You've got to deal with it. So instead of running and challenging, I don't have any pain, accept what you've got. The standard operating procedure should be acceptance. We've talked about it many times. If you live in denial and do not accept things ever, you will never face reality. You'll just keep pushing it further down the road. You'll kick the can further down the road. You've got to grab onto it and accept reality. That's the big SOP. The big SOP, standard operating procedure, is to take stock and say, wait a second, what do I got here? No matter whether it's a problem or a positive thing, you've got to take inventory of your capabilities. And then we all can see what we're capable of and what we can do. This is the real Senior Stoner. Let's take our dab of the day. And remember, it's important to get guidelines together for yourself so that it's automatic, so that when something happens, you know what to do. You know, it's like when the children were young, we had a place to meet in an emergency. If the house, God forbid, had a fire, we'd meet at the mailbox at the end of the driveway. Okay? Well, guess what? It's that type of planning you have to have. Almost catastrophic planning. What ifs? What do I do if? And you know what? That should be the standard operating procedure to protect yourself from things getting out of control. And what you do with it is totally individualized. Just try to make sure you have it as a catcher's mitt in case situations turn bad. Cheers. And remember, everybody, tough times out there right now. Be safe. Get some standard operating procedures. Keep your pain in check. Stress in check. Depression in check. Cheers.